Hey guys, I'm Kaya. I'm going to be your coach throughout the next 8 weeks. I'm here with Circus Arts bringing you a performance workshop, going through all sorts of different skills that you might need in a performance. We're going to start with some improvisation, work through working with music, working with body language, all these aspects that you might need to put on a great show. This week we're going to be focusing on performance, play and improvisation. So before we get started, I want you to look around, make sure that you've got enough space that you're not going to hit anything. This is going to be your performance space for the next 8 weeks. We want to make sure that you've got enough space to move around comfortably. And we're going to start just by making sure there's nothing in your direct path. No furniture that we may hit as we're rolling around. Make sure you've got a nice clear space. All right. So now that we've got our space ready, we're going to start with a bit of a physical warm-up. So we're going to start by moving our arms side to side. Good. Next, we're going to take our arms back in a big circle. And then we're going to change direction. Good. Side to side. And then we're going to stretch over to one side. Good. And over to the other side. Next, we're going to look up and down, making sure our neck is super warm. And side to side. And then we're going to do a full semicircle. Good work. We're going to do a little stretch through our neck, making sure that we're really gentle. Good. Over to the other side. Lovely. Now we'll look down and gently place our hand on our head. And looking up. Good. One last one before we get started. We're just going to go up and over to the side. Nice work, guys. Good. We're going to straighten our legs and we're going to take our hands all the way to the ground, getting a nice stretch up the back of your legs. Good work. All right. So the first exercise that we're going to do, we're going to warm up our space. So this is the space that you are going to be working in for the next 8 weeks, and we want to make it somewhere special that you feel comfortable playing around, being a bit silly, having some fun. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look around us and we're going to notice everything that's in our space, from a couch over here to our walls over here. We're going to look around and we're going to get to really know what our space is, and we're going to do this for the next 30 seconds. Good work. Now that we have looked at our space and we know exactly what's in it, we're going to move around it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to warm up the space with our movement. We're going to move however we would like, going nice and low and nice and high. And we're going to make sure we get into all of our corners, making sure we know that our space is ready for us to perform in. I'm going to do this for the next 30 seconds. We've got this. The next thing that we're going to do is a little bit of an exercise that we're going to call waking up. So we're all going to lie down on the ground and we're just going to take 3 deep breaths. Good. I want everyone to close their eyes and forget everything you've ever learnt. What we're going to do is we're going to be completely new in our space. We know what's around us, we know that we're going to be okay, and we're just going to relax. Good. All right, now that we're lying on the floor, we're breathing deep, we're going to begin to open our eyes. Okay, just stay there, just use your eyes, take in your surroundings like you're seeing it for the very first time. Good. And now you're going to start to get feeling in your fingers, and you're going to start to discover that they can move. How can they move? What shapes can they make? And we're just going to play with our hands, just moving them gently about. And then we're going to notice that our wrists work, and we're going to start moving our wrists in different ways. Lovely. Then we're going to notice that we can lift our arms. And what can our arms do? Good. Now you might start to notice your toes. You might wiggle them, feel how they feel. What different experiences can your toes have? Taking it up through your ankles. You can move. Now you're going to bend your legs up. What shapes can your legs make? Where can they take you? Good. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to notice our head. Feel how it rolls, where it can look. How just by moving our head just a little bit, we have a world of new surprises around us. And slowly, very slowly, your body is going to start to connect. And you're going to bring your fingers all the way through your toes and they're going to work together. Good. Now we can start to sit up. Take it slow, be really gentle. You want to make sure that every little movement is felt. You're going to go really slowly for this next bit. What do you feel? What do you see? And what do you think? We're going to focus on that. Good. Now that we're sitting up, we're going to try and crawl. We want to go super slowly, and we're going to play with what's in our space. Have you met a lamp before? What does a lamp do? How does a lamp talk? And you're going to interact with it. Really good. Slowly start to realize that you can stand up. Good. How do you walk? What do you balance on? Are you going to go super slow? Or are you going to stumble around a bit because you've never walked before? Keep it gentle. Good work. Nice work, everyone. Now that we've woken up and we know that our space, we're going to reverse it. So we're going to come down and we're going to start to crawl again. We've lost our ability to walk. Good. Crawl into the middle of your space, wherever your space is, and you're going to sit down. Good. From sitting, you're going to gently lie down. You're going to curl yourself up into a sleeping position, and we're going to go back to sleep. Taking 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Good work, everyone. You can stand up now. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to work on today is we're going to work through heights and levels. So different heights will convey different things. For example, if we stand up nice and tall, it's going to create a different message from if we bend down low. Good. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move around. We're going to either move around tall, staying up high, or we're going to bend and we're going to come down low And we're just gonna feel the different shapes that we can make as we're moving. We're going to experiment with getting as low as we physically can, and then coming up high. Good. We're going to play with that for the next 30 seconds, and I want you to really focus on how each different shape makes you feel. How you feel when you're standing up nice and tall, big and strong, versus how you feel when you're down low. Good. All right, and your 30 seconds starts now. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to just walk around our space. And we're going to notice different things in our environment, and we're going to describe them. So, all right, so for instance, I'm going to walk this way, and over this way I see a grey shelf. So I'm going to walk towards it, and I'm going to start explaining everything that I can see about this shelf. So this shelf is grey. It's got little darker grey spots. It's got 4 levels, and I'm going to continue on like this. Good work. Once we've found that we've said all that we can about this one object, we're going to turn around and we're going to walk to something else. And we're going to describe everything that we can see, down to how it feels, what happens to it. Does light shine off it? Does light absorb in it? Good work. All right, we're going to do this exercise for the next few moments. Let's do it. Nice work, guys. Now I would like you to really think about that exercise and how you felt as you were approaching each item. Did you find that maybe as you were going, it started off a little bit uncomfortable, but the more that you did it, the more you sort of found yourself in the space and feeling like you knew exactly what you were doing? Good work, guys. All right, this next exercise we're gonna do, it's gonna be slightly similar. So we're gonna be walking around again. This time you don't need to worry about what's in your space other than to avoid hitting it. Good work. So we're going to walk and we're going to really notice how we're feeling. So we might be feeling super tired and super lethargic. So we might bend over, we don't have much energy. Or we might be really bubbly and really excited to be here because it's so much fun. Yeah, we're going to be that one. So choose how you're feeling, and I want you to work with that. Really let that sink into your skin, and you're just going to walk like that for a few moments of how we're feeling. Good. Now you're going to notice, as you're walking, what body part are you leading with? Do you lead with your nose, or do you lead with your feet? And I want you to exaggerate that. So I find myself leading with my feet, so I'm going to make that really big and really noticeable. Good work. And we're going to walk around like this for a few moments, really focusing on the part of your body that leads your walk. Good work. So now you're going to combine them. You're going to combine how you're feeling and which body part is leading. So, for example, I might be feeling really excited. So I'm going to take my really excited pose and I'm going to convey that as I walk. But I'm also going to convey how much I lead with my feet. So I might be skipping and I'm going to lead with my feet. Yeah? Good. We're going to give that a try. Alright guys, for this next part, we're going to show you a little performance clip from some of our students. This clip is going to go through a bunch of these different exercises that we've done today, and I want you to see where you can pick these out and when they've been really successful.
She could be our pet. She won't have the mystery of Violet. I'll be as cute as Buttercup. But with a little help, we could do her up. Like catnip, the charm of the feline race. Meow. Or like Lily with all of her grace. Just a trim on your petals and a snip of her stem, a little dash of color and a much shorter hem. With a little help, she'll fit in just fine. Ew! If only we had the time. How dare you! Excuse me? You heard me? That was deliberately rude. Did she just speak to me in that tone? It seems we have a little more pluck at second glance.
Might have to cut her loose before she taints the water.
Well, I suppose it's better than having weeds in the bed.
How do you want to do it?
A nice pruning or to set her straight. Definitely. Alice, what are you doing all the way out here? Oh, never mind. No time for that. Oh, how I do wish there were time for a quick snack, though. No, I must stay focused. Cannot be late. Queen!
Wait, are you going to see the Queen?
Yeah, yes, of course. Are you hard of hearing?
Please, can I come with you?
So long as you don't hold me back, I really don't care what you do.
It's enough for me.
Really good work, guys. That brings us to the end of our session today. I would really love if you guys would practice this throughout the next week before our next class. Next week, we're going to work on using our body through different performance skills. We're going to really focus on how our body moves, how we walk, and everything that our body can do. For that, you're going to need a bit of space again. But before we start, I would really love you to warm up your space before we get into our warm-up or any of our physical exercises. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.